Hey everybody, Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. So if you're watching this live, hello, hello, hello. Please announce yourself when you come into the room. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video and please comment also. Because when you do that, YouTube will actually send Coaching for the Soul to people around the world who need a little bit more coaching for the soul. Okay? So even if you're watching this live, please go on my YouTube channel at billhobart. Make a little comment if you would. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We're growing right now, so it's a good thing. I keep being guided to do this. So when we get to Hawaii, it may not be live. It might just be a channeling session. I think at first it will be live, but I'm not really sure. So that's what I'm getting. But if you support the channel, that would be awesome. So if you're watching this live, please, at the end, about 5 o'clock or so, go over there on YouTube or whenever you can and put a little comment down there and like the video and things like that. And this is a 99% clairvoyant reading. Today is 7/7 Gateway of Sirius. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Hello, Heidi. How are you, my dear? Yes, Bailey's doing much better. Hey, Suze. Hey, Shannon. Yep, Bailey's doing okay. He's doing okay. He's on an antibiotic for his mouth, and he's on some coating stuff for his tummy, for his intestines. Hey, Kathy. He's got ulcers in his GI tract, they think, just because, he has GI stuff. Yeah. Hi, Candy. So we have to shoot this stuff in his mouth, which he does not like to have his mouth open and stuff shut down. It's supposed to be 3 times a day. It's only happening once now. So, yeah, he does not like it at all. Hello, my sweet friend, Teresa Parker. How are you? Yeah, so today's 7/7. So every year it gets more and more intense. Hey, Pat. This year it's really intense. I don't know if it's because of where I'm at. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get situated. Of where I'm at in Ascension. I think everybody's feeling it, but it's a really good day. I mean, energy's phenomenal. Everything's falling into place. I was up at 5 a.m. this morning. Could not sleep at all last night. Not at all. Everything was just boom, 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 boom. My vibration was so high. It was, and I didn't really connect the 7/7 until this morning. Well, that makes total sense. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Yes, Bailey's good. He's okay. He's over there sleeping. He had some noodles for lunch, so he's okay. He eats Progresso. That's so funny. Hey, Sherry. He eats Progresso home-style chicken noodle soup noodles. I rinse him off because he's allergic to chicken. And he eats 1 can a day, usually. Then he has this other little food, and then he has another little food, and yeah. So he's kind of a special boy. So yeah, so 7/7, the Sirius portal, it began on the 3rd. The energy was really building up until the 3rd, but yesterday and today, holy smokes. Hey Blake, how you doing, bud? Yeah, so today it's just been a day. Most people have been saying they're either being recognized or they're being looked at, or it's about synchronicity. It truly is. It's about things falling into place, which they are in most instances. And it just depends upon if we're participating in that or not, okay? Because it's very, very important that we are. Or again, especially on days like this when there's a portal that is that massive, because what I've gotten, is going to start right off, right? You said, there's a lot to talk about, Bill. I'm like, okay, cool. So Sirius is our second sun, from what I've been guided, and it's making it again. It's about the gamma rays. It's about us being in a place in the universe we haven't been for 12,000 years. Hey, Anjanette, being in the right place at the right time. It's synchronicity, totally, and that's true with human too. You have to be at the right place at the right time to be able to to be able to receive. And the great thing about the Sirius portal is everybody's in it, even the muggles. So they may be more angry, they may be more emotional, they may be more whatever. For those of us that are star seeds, light workers, whatever you like to call ourselves, we're more connected. That we're being. Hey, Laura, namaste, honey. So I know Spirit keeps saying the great thing about today is the fact that everyone's being lifted, especially the star seeds, especially us. We're being lifted to higher. He says to higher challenges, to higher dimensions. Without the embodiment of human, meaning that we're not being challenged like we might normally be, that it seems like everything is falling into place. And I get synchronicity all the time. I mean, I'm very, very blessed and open to receiving everything that, I posted something today about the wildflower seed that Spirit wanted to put underneath this tree we have out front. I got it, they trimmed it for me the way that I wanted it, which was down to, normal size. And they're not gonna mulch this year. And so I'm out there this morning at 8 o'clock. And I don't know why, Spirit's like, go downstairs and, let's do this. I'm like, okay, let's. So, and they let me do this, which is kind of cool. And so I'm like, if they're not gonna mulch this year, well, maybe I'll get the rake out and we'll kind of clean it up and open up the soil and things like that, which I love to do, get my hands in the dirt, right? And didn't even think about 7-7, but again, being the Capricorn that I am, getting in the dirt, playing around with it, well, whatever. And Spirit kind of said, we should put wildflower seed down here. I'm like, really? Okay, cool. So, got in the car, went to Meijer, couldn't really find it, little packets, whatever, and Googled it, because Spirit says, well, Google it, see if they've got it. If I Google it, it looks like they've got something. I look down on a shelf, and there it is, and it's for the shade. Okay, it's a go. And that happens with me more often than not. If I'm looking for water, jugs of water, I will find jugs of water where there shouldn't be any jugs of water. And that's because I believe in it. Okay, that's because I expect it, right? And when it's not there, I'm like, okay, what is that about? Come on, you guys always work. You guys always bring me this. Maybe I'm supposed to go to the next store. Maybe I don't need it right then, because I probably don't. Probably still have some extra, but I'm just kind of stocking up. Yeah, see? So on a 7-7 portal day, synchronicity is on top of each other. It's boom, boom, boom. Okay? So what you want to do today, first off, give thanks. Talk out loud. Ask what you want. Because I'm telling you what, it's a straight dimensional right up. Okay? So there's no barriers. There's no anything for any of us. So take advantage of it. It will start to wane later tomorrow, Spirit says. Okay, the portal's going to close, right? It has to close. Right? It happens every year at the same time. The amazing thing is that this year, because of where we're at in the universe, where we have not been, the Earth itself, okay, has not been for 12,000 years, since the beginning of third dimension. Okay, synchronicity, right? Understanding that everything is falling into place for everyone. Everything is falling into place for everyone. We just don't see it. And Spirit wants them to use this analogy on that because we heard it and it makes sense. We've all planted seeds, right? I just planted seed today. Now, do I expect those wildflowers to grow? Well, yeah. Why wouldn't they grow? Of course they will. What about human? Did you plant seeds before you came? Have you been planting seeds all along? Of course we have, right? By thoughts, Tracy, by conversations with people. Now, do we expect instantaneous growth as human? Yeah, we do, but why do we? We have to germinate. We have to go through the struggle to get through the soil. We have to do all the things that a seed has to do. So, only person who can pay it, the only person who can help you to get to Only person who can help you understand is you. You understanding that I planted the seed. I talked out loud. If you're not talking out loud, guys, it's going to be a slow process for them to bring you what you want. I know it sounds weird. I know you don't like it, but I'm telling you what. If you're having conversations in your head, you're not using the energy properly. So take my advice. Okay, take them. You'll get it faster if that's what you want. But you have to stop talking in your head. They can't hear you. They need you to express it. James. Okay? And I've said that a million times. I'm going to say it a million more. And I don't care. Okay? Because more and more people I talk to say, well, Bill, I find it hard. Well, you shouldn't find it hard. Why is it hard? You live by yourself. I don't get it. Okay? Because during these times right now, especially with 7/7, and there's more coming, the 13th is a full moon in Capricorn. Full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn's the government. It's structure. We love it. We love structure. We love to build stuff. Okay? What does the full moon do? It's a super full moon, I believe. Okay? It's going to bust down those boundaries. Okay, so that's in 5 days, 6 days. So it's next Wednesday. Okay, that's another opportunity for growth. That's another opportunity to come to fruition. Spirit says it is another conclusion, coming together. Okay, and then new moon is 6 days later, I think 6 or 7 days later. That's when you set your intention again. So all of these things are leading up to your ascension. Now, I posted something last night late from Lee Harris, which came across my YouTube, and it was fascinating because I got confirmation on everything, for me, everything on what I've been talking about on Coaching for the Soul. Everything that I've been talking with Spirit about, which is endless, right? Thank God I'm here with a dog because it's constant. Questions, answers, everything going back and forth. Is things are speeding up so fast. It's already the 7th of July. June went like that. Why did that happen? Because we've talked about it, right? We're in this quantum leap process of them taking us from point A to point C to point D to point G like that. They're getting us to the fall. They're getting us to 2023 at lightning speed. At lightning speed. Are they distracting us? No, they're just taking time and making it move fast. The days are full, but they go so quickly. It's amazing. Even when we kept at 5 a.m., I can't believe it was 3 o'clock already. Today just flew. It flew by. Did some readings, got the wildflower seed, did this outside, gave it some water, took care of the dog. My house was kind of a mess. I don't care. Hey, Sandra. So things are moving so fast for all of us. That's why I think last week, Spirit kept saying, pay attention to what's going on outside. Pay attention to the sunshine. Pay attention to the green of the trees. Get yourself outside. Get yourself outside. Not the fact that it will be September soon, but it will be. I mean, Maris has her back to school stuff coming in. Okay, and everything for summer's on sale. And so is Target, and so is Walmart, and so is everywhere, right? Because back to school starts in basically now for college. So things go quickly, even more quickly now. So it's very, very important that we are conscious of the energy around us, Spirit says. And that includes the outside. Okay? That includes getting outside. It's a great 4th of July in the Midwest, especially in Michigan. We haven't had a 4th of July weekend like that in a very long time. Or it was very nice for 3-4 days. We don't get that stuff. Blessing. See? So I know. He says the opportunity to get outside, the opportunity to chill, the opportunity not to think. That's the key. The opportunity not to think. The opportunity just to be. Hi, Judy. To just be. And not have to think. Enjoying your family, your dog, no one, the trees, right? It doesn't matter. Being settled, Spirit says. And not thinking. And understanding that that's what we need to do more of. Okay? Okay. He's got like a list of things today. So, I keep getting asked more and more from people, what's my purpose? And I asked the same question 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe I don't know, right? I mean, I kind of knew, right? But because of our past lifetimes, because of the way that we are raised, okay, we believe we have to I know. He's so insistent on this. Human believes because they came to Earth that it's for a purpose. Because that's what they've always been taught. I'm going back to Earth for a purpose. I'm going back to Earth to learn. I'm going back to Earth to do this. Going back to Earth to do that. No. 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 Does that mean that our grandchildren, my grandchildren, let's say, if I had them, they may be 2, 3, 4 years old, that came to the Earth with a purpose? No. Younger people who are in their 20s and 30s and have kids, did those children come with a purpose? Not really, no. No. And it's about understanding that you are the creator of your purpose. Hey, Joe, you are. Okay? And that is the way that you think. That is the way that you have good days, bad days. That is the way that you live your life. That is the way that it isn't asking, I need you to tell me my purpose, Spirit, because I'm lost without a purpose. Really? Why are you lost without a purpose? Because we've always thought we've come to Earth to work. Because we have. Hey, Sheila. Our soul has always come to work on the Earth. To learn all the negative things, because that's pretty much what Earth is for human, is struggle and survival for 12,000 years. All right? So now that's totally changed. Totally changed. The young people being born in the world don't have that. And it freaks people out because people are, hang on, sure, I'll get there. People are saying, oh my God, they're so entitled. Oh my God, they think they deserve everything. Oh my God, well, of course they do because they're not you. You came believing that you couldn't have everything. You were taught, hey Jody, you were taught. You're indoctrinated. These children are coming to parents who don't believe that. And they think it's the parents' fault. Again, they are third dimensional beings judging younger people. Be fine. Trust me. It's going to be fine. Why are you worried about it for? Because I'm not, okay, you're not paying anything. You know how people get. Third dimensional. Money. Oh my God, it was in fear. I can't stand it. I'm in fear. I'm in fear. Make sense? But we're the creator of our purpose, which makes total sense to me. Total sense. If we allow it to unfold, if we allow it to happen, if we allow, see, the key word is allow and flow. Did I have to learn that? Oh, big time. Big time. I had to learn that they are called guides for a reason. Allow them to guide you. They'll show you the purpose. And most of us, we're teachers. James, we are teachers. That's why we're going through the ascension process. That's why we chose to be born now. Those of us that are over, let's say, 30. Right? 40, 50, 62, right? We're all the teachers for the future? Are we the ones that are going to be able to be taught or to watch our grandchildren or even our children rebuild this world and us sit in amazement and go, holy cow, things are so much better than when I was young. Things are so much better when I was in my 40s. Things are so much better when I was in my 50s. Because there will be no war. There will be no negative anything. Hey, Don. There'll be no negative. It will all, trust me, by 2030, and I've said this before, and I know Spirit is going to be banging his gavel right now, he says. By 2030, we will not believe where we're at. We will be like, holy smokes, this is crazy. How did we get from here to here so quickly and the world changed like that? Okay? It will happen daily. It will happen without notice. It will happen where you'll be like, well, gosh, how did that happen? A point, in fact, Boris Johnson from the UK Prime Minister quit today. And where the hell did that come from? He'd been hanging on by his fingernails for a year and a half. But all of a sudden, on 7/7, boom, one more gone. Okay? So when Spirit talks about those things, is it our place to know? No. I know. He says they're going to drop like flies. They're going to, trust me, and Spirit talked about this months ago, how one at a time the world's going to change. One at a time, everything is going to fall that is not in line, in alignment, in balance of who we're supposed to be and who the earth and what the earth is supposed to be. So why today? 7/7. The gig is up, Spirit says. Yeah. So how many more do we have? I believe Spirit said by 2025, there will be only China left. It has not flipped. And they're going through their own stuff right now. See? The world, humanity, is being raised in a bar. It is being brought to ascension. And there's nothing we can do about it in a negative way. Baby, ride the wave. Just do what you can to understand that you set the narrative up here. That you decide what kind of day you're going to have. If you're having a yucky day, change it by talking out loud to yourself. When you wake up in the morning, okay? Talk out loud to yourself on your lunch hour. Talk out loud to yourself whenever by calling yourself by name. Say, no, we're not doing that today. I'm not having a bad day. I'm not going to let that person trigger me. Because they're triggering you for a reason. Because they're trying to get you to go, okay, why does that person trigger me? Why does my boss trigger me? Why is this such a bad day? Why? Well, it's you. Your energy isn't lining up with what's going on the planet. So why? It's 3D stuff. Childhood stuff. Negative ego stuff. It's stuff. So that's when you talk out loud. No, I'm not having that kind of day. We're not having a bad day at all. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be conscious. I'm going to pay attention. And you know what? I'm going to talk myself down because I'm not having that kind of day. It upsets me too much. I'm worth more than that. I'm worth more than that. How much are you worth? How much are you worth? How many times a day do you say I love you to yourself? That tells you right there how much you're worth. How much you think you're worth. I'm worth at least $150 million, I think, or more. Right? I want it all. And everyone else should too. But then the doubt kicks in. And everything starts to happen. The fear kicks in. Oh my gosh, what if? Oh my God, what if? Oh my God, what if I did win $150 million? What would I do with it? I don't know. Ego. ego, 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 ego. Yeah, see? Got to put that on airplane mode, sorry. But he wants to talk about that, okay? Because as we go forward, you're going to be challenged more and more about making sure that the narrative in your head matches your heart. That's what the tapping's about. Well, not mine, get rid of it. Anything that you do to counteract that is in the best interest of you for your day. And when it doesn't happen the way you want it to and you get PO'd, oh my God, I can't get rid of this. Well, that's part of the reason. Stop being frustrated. Chill. What are you doing to yourself? Eat your food the way you should eat it. Take care of yourself. How many I love yous today? How much water did you drink today? Again, you can put intention on your water. I'm going to drink this bottle of water. I'm going to drink this shaker cup full of water. I'm setting the intention to make it fulfill me, to make it put me in, for it to cleanse me, to get all of this stuff out of my body. Again, do you believe that, or are you just talking about it? Because ego knows. Ego knows if it's BS. Trust me. Ego knows if it's a BS. I'm going to tell you this story, and I wasn't planning on it, but he says I'm supposed to. So I went to my quantum healing on Tuesday with my friend Brenda Tringali at the Indigo Doors. And she woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday or Tuesday morning, and I did too. And she was in fear. She had clients that day, but I was the one that was the fear. I was the person that she woke up about. Because I think we're born like 4 days apart, maybe 5 days apart, if that. We're in sync. I mean, she reads like I read. And it is very, very interesting how she does her work. I don't know how she does it. She's kind of like Tammy. I don't know how they do it, but God bless you. God gave you that talent, and I'm so glad that they did. So we had our conversations, and I learned something about myself, that when she gets close to that fear, I change the subject and maneuver so that we're not talking about that anymore. Okay? Ego. Negative ego. Survivability, right? Learning how to think on their feet. Learning how, and so when I pointed that out to myself in the session, in our little conversation before she did the table work, I went, yeah, I'm gonna admit to that. Because he's very cagey. Trust me. When there's something inside that we don't want to let out or let go because of fear, either of who we're going to be when we're done, how many lifetimes have we carried it, Spirit says? Okay? Did I just bring it into this lifetime? Did it come before? I believe it came before. From my 2 past lifetimes, which were traumatic. Was murdered both times in both those lifetimes. Okay? So, again, trauma fills your body. Ego remembers it, right? So, that was an interesting thing that day. But that's how cagey negative ego is. So, when you just talk, yeah, I'm going to do that. No, you're not. That's just ego having you tell the person, back up. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Sure I am. No, you're not. I'll guarantee you're not going to do it. That's how we have to be connected to ourselves and go, I understand that. If it's just talk. Does that make sense? Because as we go through this ascension, especially on a day like today, where it is quick and powerful and intense and beautiful, where everything falls into place, and ego's not involved in that. That's the blessing, is the fact that today, everything's quiet. Pretty quiet anyway, but, because I've worked on that. I don't know about you guys, but I worked on that. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. I'm not listening to that stuff, because that's a lie. But on a day like today, ego can't even get in sync with it. It shouldn't be able to anyway, because the energy is so powerful and so strong and so intense of them working and pulling and working and pulling and taking your stuff and tossing it to the universe. Because those gamma rays, there's nothing stopping all those rays from the universe from pounding us and just absolutely just taking us and obliterating any baggage we have on our bodies and in our bodies if we allow it to happen. If we allow it to happen. And even if we don't allow, we're still going to get pummeled. Okay? Because that's the intention. That's their intention. That's our intention. They know the timeline. Your guides know the timeline. Spirit knows the timeline. Your soul knows the timeline. And they're going to get you there no matter what. Whatever the narrative is in your head, they're going to get you there. And that's what's so wonderful, is the fact that even though you're going to struggle more, I'll tell you that much, it's going to be a pain in your ass. So then you just kind of give up and go, okay, I'm done. I don't care. It's too hard. Just take me where you got me to go. Just take me where I got to go. I'm good. I'm good until this kicks back in. Okay? That's why people like myself post about things like that. Lori posted about it, I think on the 3rd. Lori Lipton, on the 3rd. I was very surprised. Very surprised, but she was guided to do it. Because she doesn't do a lot of those astrological stuff. See? But that's important. She's getting it. She's evolving. She's working in through all her stuff. As a lot of light workers are. Very, very serious light workers. Been doing it for 20 years, like Lori, 25 years. All of a sudden getting this reaction of, I've got to pull away. It's too overwhelming for me. Because they're so packed with third dimensional energy that they have to let go, that they have no idea who they are or how they're going to get there. See? So in a way it's a blessing, it's a way it's not a curse, but it's work. It's work. And all of us have to go through it. Because guess what? We're the teachers in a year. We're the teachers of telling our story in 2 years. We're the teachers of people associating us with, oh my gosh, I went through that too. The collective being together and sharing those stories in the tribe. Sharing those stories in the tribe. It's very, very impactful. It is intense. It is making sure that you're taking care of yourself. It is making sure that you're conscious. I know. Spirit says they don't even have to understand. It isn't even an understand moment. Just let it happen. When you're in that space of WTF, it's WTF. Spirit, WTF, come on. What's going on? I know. Even people that I've spoken to in the past month and a half at psychic fairs are texting me and going, Bill, what is going on? I can't get my butt out of bed. Well, that's because what's going on, blah, 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 blah. But that would make total sense because this is going on and this is going on and this is going on. Well, yeah, because you're healing. You're going through your stuff. You're working on your magic. You're doing other things you got to do. Only you don't see it happening. You're only feeling that it is discombobulated. I don't feel like I used to feel. Bravo. I feel worse. Bravo. That means they're taking that stuff and cleaning it out of your body, all the stuff that was hidden. And 7/7 does that. Without barricades, without any resistance at all from human. I know. Spirit says, on days like this, human is perilous. You can't stop it. It just happens. And they wake up and I know. He says, they'll wake up on the weekend and go, what the fuck just happened? What happened? Holy moly, it's Saturday or it's Sunday, and I feel like I just shedded 15 lifetimes. Because you just did. Because of 7/7. Everything is pre-planned. Everything's pre-planned. Everything's pre-planned. Maybe not even in our soul journey. It may strictly just be universal. That's what I believe it is. We're just We're just the pieces on the chess game, on the chessboard. Sherry says, this is tracking with all my feelings. With all my feels, exactly. Because again, as these astrological things happen, as we kind of sort of understand what they are, we understand the energy, we understand the impact because it's happening to us. Do I understand what Sirius really means? And when people post things, this is what it is. Did I before now? No, but I kind of went with it. But now with where I'm at, hey, Bren, I get it. I totally get it. Did I think it affected me before? Yeah, this much. But now, my gosh, it's affecting everybody. Because it's 2022. Not 2020 anymore, not 2021, not 2019, not 18. See? So if you look back and say, okay, the world is in a different place. Our universe is in a different place in the solar system. To allow all this energy, hey Michelle, to penetrate us. Because it's supposed to. And we can't stop it. There's no way we can stop it. You're not supposed to stop it. Right place, right time, right? Again, I find that fascinating. I find that fascinating that in the last 6 months, since the beginning of the year, how things have changed. How fast it's going. It's already the 7th of July. Wasn't it just January and February and March and April and May and June? Boom, 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 boom. So think about that. Not only is time moving forward quickly, we're moving forward quickly. Because I'll bet you if I talk to every one of you live and every one of you as you watch the video on the YouTube channel, and I would challenge you this, give me 2 or 3 things that have changed in your life in 7 months. And you think and go, well, not really much, but there was this, and there was this, and there was this, and then you have to wait for negative ego to kick in. I don't really think that's a big deal. Really. You. The human. Bro. No idea. Or I would have expected more. Really. Like your purpose. Why you're here. Divine intervention of you are supposed to be there for. No, not gonna happen. You may get a freaking nudge one day. Like, dude, do that. Hey, lady, do that. Help that person. Or, like it happens with most of us, it just comes out of your freaking mouth when you meet somebody. Right? You strike up a conversation with somebody and something comes out of your mouth and they're like, what did you just say? That's amazing to me. You go, I don't know. Because it's going to happen to every single one of you. If it hasn't happened yet. It's going to. Why? Because you're watching freaking Coaching for the Soul. If you're watching Coaching for the Soul, guess what? Or doing some energy work, or watching Abraham Hicks videos on YouTube, or doing whatever. I'm telling you. And that's when Spirit talks to people and says, you're smarter than you think. Get out of your way. Stop thinking. And I can hear, and I can just see the wheels turning. I'm not really that smart. I'm not really da-da-da. I'm not really da-da-da. And I caught myself on that this week too. Okay? Narrative in my head has always been since I was a child, because how I was brought up, I'm not that smart. And that came out of my mouth on Tuesday. And I caught it. Like, oh, no. We're not doing that. Oh, no. We're not doing that. And I went in that bathroom and looked in that mirror and went, Bill, no, we're not doing that. Because that is an old narrative from my past. But my negative ego, getting me ready to go to quantum healing. See? Oh my gosh, but you're not that smart. What? I'm offended. Oh, of course I am. Of course I am. Because I am. All of us are. I might be filled with stardust and lovely starseed energy, but I know. You may not understand because you're not me, right? But that's all of us. It just comes out when we don't expect it. The blessing is we catch it. And we correct it and go, oh, no, 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 that's not true. That's a lie. We do those affirmations back. Of course you are, Bill. Of course you are, Joe. Of course you are, Sherry. Of course you are, Michelle. Of course you are. Of course you're smart. Why would you say that to yourself? Why would you say that? That's bullshit. You're making, where's that coming from? No. Because that's an air that runs in all of our head. See? That's what it is. Another thing I'm going to tell you too, because Spirit is pounding this right now, when it's time for all of you to stand in your truth, you will not have a choice. You will not have a choice to stand in your truth. I know. Stand in your truth, he says. Hey, Liz, stand in who you are, stand in who you believe you are, even if you don't believe it. Because all of you are connected to the universe, every single one of you. And when you are called into service, which will be slowly, by you meeting somebody and having a conversation and stuff coming out of your mouth, and you go, where in the hell did that come from? Because you're all channels. You're all connected deeply. That's why when Spirit says you're all going to be clairvoyant, you're all going to be clairvoyant if you're not already. You just got to open the channel. And when you get called into service, guess what's going to happen? That is going to go, wait a minute. No. That's not who we are. Don't go, no. I don't believe that. I don't know where that came from. And that was kind of cool. But do I really believe it was my spirit guides? Do I really believe it might have been God? Do I really believe it might have been my higher self? Do I really believe it could have been my really higher self, my authority, my people? No, I don't believe that stuff. Not yet. I've been doing, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. I hope no one else asks me. But ego, sabotage. To bring you back down under control. Don't let that happen. Do not let that happen. Stand in your truth. Stand in exactly who you are being told you are. Hey, Shelley. Stand in that and go, I'm pretty freaking badass. That just came out of my mouth. That is amazing. And feel proud of that. Are you going to be scared? Is the fear going to set in? Oh, trust me. Ego's going to work that fear better than you can work a piece of taffy. For sure. To get you back in line in fear. Because as they put you on that hill, as they put you on that pedestal, meaning they, them, as they move you forward into this position of power, human power, spiritual power, starseed power, lightworker power, connected to the divine, connected to the universe, and you start to teach and talk and channel, and people look at you and listen to you and go, holy gosh, who's that? Who is she? My God, who is she? My God, my heart is this big. Who is that woman? Who is that man? That's what's in the process of happening now. Spirit says, own your celebrity. Own your celebrity. For all of you, including myself. Own it. Because that's who you are. That's who you are. Does your ego let you believe that? No. Does the 3D world let you believe that? No. But you have to understand that that out there is not you. And as your circumstances change, as you are propelled forward out of, let's say, a job that you've had that is constricting, or people that you work with that are constricting, and you're tired of it, You are anxious. You're ready to move forward. Well, first off, are you asking for what you want? Out loud? Probably not. Fear. Ego has you in fear. Are you asking for the job? Are you asking for the region you want to live in? Well, no, I don't really care. So if they put you in Chattanooga, you're okay with that? Really? You're going from New York City to Chattanooga. Really? You're going to be happy in Chattanooga for the next 5 years? Well, I didn't really think about that. You have to think about it. Where, if you had any place in the United States to live, where would you want to live? Have you traveled there? Have you visited there? Have you put your feet on the ground in the dirt and went, I effing love this place. I'm in balance. When I went to the Grand Canyon for the first time in 1992, I was in freaking heaven. I'm like, I don't know what this place is. And I was with a bunch of people. And I didn't want to leave because I was in balance for the first time in my life at 32. So I wanted to sit there. This is amazing. I can't believe that I'm just in peace. But I had to haven't been back since. But do I remember that 30-some years ago? Well, now 30 years ago, right? 40 years ago. Yes. Like it was yesterday. So you have to decide where you're going to go. Or you just ask. So Spirit, I need you to help me with this. I'm ready to go. Done doing it for 4 years, guys. 4 years ago, guided, we're moving to Maui. Cool. Let's go. Thinking that was going to happen overnight. Let's go. I'm not sure. Let's just pick me up and move me. What the hell? I'm good. Done it before? No. We have to transform to be the person we're supposed to be when we get there. When we get there. Spirit told me years ago, Bill, you have to do all your work in Detroit, Bill. You cannot go to Maui and live with all that that you carried from 3D. You have to release it and become this new human before we move you to Maui. Well, guess what's happening now? You all know. Boom, all the dominoes are falling, Spirit says. Yeah, they're all falling. Because I'm evolving into this person I'm supposed to be. How? Because I'm allowing it to happen. Allowing it to happen is what it's all about. Okay? And when you ask for what you want, when you decide what you want, where to live, what kind of job you want, how much money you want to make. Want a millionaire? Ask for $1 million. Again, I believe I need to have $1 million. Well, why? What are you going to do with it? I just want it in the bank. Well, you ain't going to get it for that. What do you want? Again, because that's third dimension, right? I need the security. Then you got to work on your fear of money. Well, I want to take care of people. No, that doesn't work like that. You have to look at your fear of not being taken care of. Bingo. Ooh, yes. Totally. Totally. It's fear. So what do you need $1 million for? Because I want to frickin' spend every dime of the $1 million. Of course. And guess what happens? Boom, you win $1 million in a year out of the frickin' blue. And they go, okay, now what are you going to do with that? Well, I thought, no, a year ago when you were a different human being, you said you were going to spend it. So go spend it. Why not? Because when you spend it, you get more. When you're free-flowing, you get more. When you live with intention, you get more. When you flow, you get more of everything. More bliss, more happiness, more love, more everything. Because you're living in balance. And as you raise your vibration, right? As you raise your vibration and you're getting more and more happy with yourself because you're changing the narrative in your head. Because you're doing all the things you need to do. Another new term. Selfishly inspired. Selfishly inspired. Yes. I'm selfishly inspired. I'm selfishly everything. Because guess what? Only one who can be me is me. Only one who can be you is you. So why not do it selfishly? Why not? Why not do it selfishly? Why not be like, yes, I'm in the flow. I want everything that I want. I want to live in this place. I want this job. Right? I'm not going to lowball myself. I'm not going to look for a job just to have a job. No. Hi, Allison Strange. Yeah, see? So understand, you can watch it on YouTube, honey. So understand that being selfishly inspired, why are you doing all these things? For me. Well, that seems awful selfish. Yes, I'm selfishly inspired. What a great term. What a great term. See? Because you all have to be. If you're not selfishly inspired, what are you doing it for? Why are you here? Well, I need to know my purpose, Bill. No, you don't. You make the purpose. You're the creator of your purpose. Got some notes over there. That's what I'm looking at. And how do we do that? By flow, by allowing, by talking out loud to ourselves, by talking out loud to our guides, by using every freaking avenue to get what we want. Why? Because you deserve it. And I can only say that, I'll say that a million times if it's going to get somebody to understand that guess what? You deserve everything that you're supposed to have. Bill, I don't know what that is. Really? I don't know, and I'm going to say this. I don't know how many times people have sat down at a table, my table, at a psychic fair, and I'll say, so what do you want to talk about for the next half hour? I don't know, what do you got? Really? When I used to go to psychics, when I was young, I had a list of 10 things we needed to get to in 60 minutes. So let's start rattling this thing of what about this, what about this, what about that? I need to know. Because I was selfishly inspired. I had an agenda. I need to get from point A to point B to point C as quickly as possible. So I can make more money. So I can be in this place and I get everything that I want in a 3D way. Well, now I do it every day, being in a good space in my head, not letting myself have a bad day, especially on a 7/7 day, right? And the full moon day on the 13th. Make that stuff a good day. The energy's great. It's big. It's powerful. It's impactful. Spirit, today's going to be a freaking great day. I need this is going to be a fantastic day. I need the energy it's wonderful. I need it to surround me. I need it to take care of me. I need it just to bring me all good things today. And guess what you'll get that day? All green lights. All green lights. If you get all green lights in your life, where are you going? I'm going up here. I'm ascending. I got all green lights. Are you blessed with all those green lights? Oh, hell to the yes. Are you taking advantage of that? Are you conscious of all green lights? Or not? Depends on your mood. Depends on the narrative. Depends on a lot of things. But if the universe is giving you all green lights, what the hell are you doing? Put that pedal to the metal, sister, and start rocking and rolling. Because guess what? You're going to continue to have those days. If you believe that you deserve all green lights. Joey had one, all green lights. Yes, the other day he says. That's what it's all about. Recognizing all green lights. That everything in my path is green. It's allowing me, why would I want a red light? Hey, Bonnie, why would I think, oh my God, about all green lights, what do? Really? Run! Run towards the green lights. Get in the car, drive towards the green lights. Sit in your house, meditate towards the green lights. Ask your guides. That's when you start talking. You say, Spirit, I got all green lights. I know it. I feel it. But then you're going to have that doubt that's going to pop into your mind from your negative ego that says, I don't know if they're all green lights. I can't see that far. Baloney. When you start getting positive, that energy's picking your butt up and is moving you forward. And all of a sudden you start to hear the voice. Or all of a sudden you start to see the picture. Or all of a sudden you have this knowing that you don't know where it came from. And you have this other knowing that you kind of sort of know where it came from, and it's kind of freaking cool that I can do that, but I'm going to need confirmation from somebody. No, you don't. Go with that. Confirmation is BS. That's third dimensional. Trust me. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. No, it does not. It does not bode well. You're putting a red light in front of you, Spirit says, by needing confirmation of who you heard, or who it is, or what it is, or why it is, or whatever. He says you're putting the brakes on your ascension, which is the freaking truth. The God's honest truth. And trust me, been there. Been there. That's third dimensional. That is ego saying, wait a minute. That all can't be true. That can't all be good. That's BS. That's a lie. And that's when you call your ego out. Ego, that's not true. That's a lie. I can have everything that I want in my life. I can have everything. What I just heard is real. So Spirit, who is that? Who's the mumbling Spirit? Why did I just smell smoke? Why did I just smell scotch? Why did I just smell whatever? They're trying to lead you through the ego. He says through the ego channel. The ego channel has sharks in it. And guess what? You're afraid of the sharks. Of course you are. You're afraid of dying. But there's no death involved. The death of your old self. The death of third dimension. As you go through your channeling process, as you go through your process of ascension, as you go through your process of eliminating all of the that is on your body from thousands of years of living as a human. In human struggle, in human peril, in human fear, in human fear, in human fear, in human fear, and in human fear. Because that's what most of our life has been. It's been struggle, survival, and fear, which is all the same thing. So as they take that away from you, as you start to receive, as you start to ascend, which all of us are doing now, some people think, well, I don't really know. Okay, yeah, you do. Just you're trying to get there by thinking too much. Well, how do I get there, Bill? How do I find my purpose? Bill, how do I do that? Bill, how do I do? Don't worry about that. Well, who am I going to be, Bill? Really? Do you need me to really be your 9th grade teacher and tell you who you're going to be when you're a senior? Really? No. Yes. Yes, Joel, you are a Delphin. No, you don't need that because that's third dimensional thinking. So it's about when you get chances like today, when you get chances like on the 13th with the full moon in Capricorn, right? When you hear about astrological stuff. And a lot of people say, Bill, I don't really understand that. You don't have to understand it. That's not what it's all about. It's about you reading it and liking it and hearting it. Because you're going, okay, I just read that. I may not understand all that it is, but I'm receiving it. Like on Tuesday when I said I'm not smart, I'm not that smart. That's not true. That's a lie. So what you're doing is when you don't pay attention to astrological things or angel things or heart things, no, I don't think I need that. Oh, I really don't understand that. Well, okay, well, that's kind of a scary thing. You're not supposed to understand it yet. That's why they're bringing it to you. To see if you'll freaking look at it and engage with it. Anything they bring you, you need to engage with. Anything you see on your Facebook feed, engage with that. Either like it, or give it a heart, or give it something. Instagram, the same thing. YouTube, the same thing. They're bringing it for you to see what your reaction is. Now, there are things that show up on my YouTube feed that I don't really like, yeah. And I said, I don't want to watch this channel. And I get rid of that stuff. But the stuff that I like the new Abraham Hicks that came out today, that talked about selfishly inspired, showed up this afternoon, was up there for 54 minutes, and guess what's on my feed? And guess who put me on YouTube to look at the feed? They did. For Coaching for the Soul for today, but also for the message that is in that. And I didn't repost it yet because but I'm going to go back and do it. I saved it because everyone needs to watch that video. It's 14 minutes. 14 minutes. Because every time something like that comes up, they are bringing it to you. Trust me. Part of my ascension has been them and me paying attention to exactly what they bring me. They're bringing it to me for a reason. Because they need to watch it. There's a message in there, like selfishly inspired. Because that's who totally I am. And also, you're the creator of your purpose. Do I know my purpose? I know I'm supposed to write some books. Hey, Tina. Beyond that, I don't know. Am I a really good channel? Do I love people? Do I believe the best in people? Is my heart as big as a whale? Yeah. My connection to the same thing? Yeah. Do I think that every single person is a great human being? No, I know they're not. But I know the ones that I know are good people. And I'll tell you the story really quick. Sunday, Lee and I went to the pool. We got there about 10:30. And there's a woman who's always there. She's in her early 30s, who shows up later. And she lets all these people in the pool, all of her friends, maybe a brother or sister, whatever. And we were at one spot close to a table. Well, she wanted that table. We weren't even on the table. We were just next to it, right? Pretty close. She put all of her stuff up there, right? All of her stuff, and tagged all the chairs, did her normal thing, right? And she walked away. And I said to Lee, that's a whole lot of negative energy. He said, holy cow. Man, she is just, hi Laura, she is just pushing that negative energy. He goes, yes, she is. So I pushed back with positive energy. I surrounded both of us. I pushed it up against the table and the chairs. I surrounded that whole corner with positive energy. She didn't know what to friggin' do. She was lost, like a friggin' puppy dog in a snowstorm. She was lost. And I hesitated to do that. I said, well, you know what? No. And so I went, no, Bill, you need to push that energy back. You need to surround that energy, Bill. You need to surround that energy. Eventually, she moved it about 45 minutes later because the energy was too positive. She wasn't getting any reaction from anything or anybody. That's what I do with people. I know the people that follow Coaching for the Soul, the people that I know personally, people that I care about, the people that I love, they're all good people. Or they wouldn't be able to handle this. Trust me. Hey, Amanda. Right? So think about that. Think about what you're saying to yourself in the morning, all throughout the day. Think about good, positive energy. Think. Probably the only time Spirit will tell you to think is about that. How do you feel? How do you change that energy? How do you do that? How do I sit in my space, in myself, in an office, or with a boss that I don't like, or that's in a bad mood today, or whatever, or a person sitting by me in the pool? I am going to absolutely surround myself and push out my positive energy by visualizing it in my head. Yes. Yes. Why would I do that? Because I'm selfishly inspired. Right? Exactly. That's who we all have to be. Selfishly inspired. So that's Coaching for the Soul for today, I think. Yeah, it is. Wow. That hour went fast. So, okay. I'm doing readings on Saturday. 4 or 5 hours of readings on Saturday. So if you want a reading on Saturday, there's no psychic fairs anymore. billhobart.com. Okay. There's element packages. All right. If you want this kind of conversation, once a month, 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour every month for an investment for a year, you get 1 month free. Do it. billhobart.com, element packages. It's definitely worth it if you want the guidance. If you want Bill one-on-one in this kind of situation on FaceTime or on the phone or on Zoom, it's definitely worth it if you want help with your ascension. if you want help with how you're supposed to do things. Element packages can save you a lot of time and aggravation with a one-time investment or a two-time investment, let's say. For 12 months, you get 13 months. You get 13 months for the price of 12. That's on billhobart.com. I will put this on YouTube, all right? And please go over to YouTube in, let's say, half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe later tonight, and like the video. Please comment about the video, if you would, please. I appreciate that. Again, the algorithms go out to other people on YouTube, and they send people coaching for the soul that might need coaching for the soul. So that's going to help me to build the audience, but also we're moving to Maui quickly. I'm telling you, it's going to be here sooner than I can possibly imagine. And everything's going to change. And so it's so very, very important to make sure that we do everything we can for each other and make sure that as the audience grows, and I'm going to tell you guys this, as the audience grows, you're going to be the ones who teach the new people. So trust me, Chimes. So take that into account, okay? So in about half an hour or so, maybe an hour, or tonight or maybe tomorrow, set your timer or whatever. If you do that for me, I would appreciate it. So any questions, let me know. Again, 248-310-7689. I will answer your questions for you as soon as I possibly can. Yeah. And it's been another good Coaching for the Soul, I think. So I'll see you next Thursday at 3. I think so.